Yo quiero estar en vivo contigo. Yo quiero estar.
Now, whoever's ready to sing and perform next, let me know, because my next guest is another dancer extraordinaire. Is she there? Can I talk about mental illness and depression, stuff like that? Of course, I definitely can. I think it's important to talk about now that's in quarantine. People are very isolated, and it gives you a lot of anxiety. Okay, this comes from Clara. Yeah, depression right now, mental illness is big, including myself. You know what I mean? So like, this is why I started this, because I've been so sad, and I'm like, it's kind of lonely, and I was like, how can I inspire myself and inspire others at the same time? And it's kind of just giving a little bit of light to someone, and listening to their stories and see how they made it, and maybe listening to their talent. And yeah, right now, it's hi Francia, I'm gonna call you next. It's a really tough time, but maybe it's the time for us to like really look within ourselves and like take a break from all the stress that's happening in the world. And I know that it's hard because people that are working in waitressing and in all those jobs that are McDonald's, all that stuff, that the food, people getting food, and it's just a terrible time right now. But I think that if we just figure out how we can help each other some way virtually, I don't know. I definitely, today's already been such a beautiful day, and I woke up really sad because I want to work and I got to pay my bills, and I don't have a job until next year probably. So it's not easy, but I've been blessed, and I want to help others. So doing this makes me feel better. And if you could do something like this, or go shopping for someone who can't go shopping, like just figure out a way to help others, and that will help your depression, because really helping others helps you in a way. I'm going to call Francia right now, and then you guys have the floor. And then I got one more guest. Hi! Did you watch my girl Chelsea?
Yes, I did.
Isn't she amazing?
Story. Wow.
Yeah, so you know my friend Melly by any chance?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so she met her and she's like, oh my God, Jack, I went literally, Melly, I have a story with Melly, but we'll tell that when she's on. But she was so like she was lit up by this girl, and like now I could see why.
Yeah.
She's incredible. Like I know, I mean, you and I know when you're sitting in a hospital room, it's kind of scary, and you want to like not be there anymore. But regardless,
it's definitely frustrating. I was listening to you right now because like I woke up sad too. I've been feeling the same way. It's been a month, and I think too, I was like, the reality hit of like, I don't know when I'm gonna work again. Like we were supposed to start production in May.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Wait, first off, let me introduce you, and then we'll get in the chat. You might know my. I gotta get into my role.
Go for it.
Welcome to Live with Jackie, and our special guest we have Francia Raisa.
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 There's Raisa. An accent on the I, but no one ever types it.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
There's supposed to be an accent on the I, but no one ever types it, so no one knows it's Raisa.
Raisa. ¿Sabe que yo nunca sabía eso? Mira. Y ella es mi amiga, señores. Horrible.
Pero la
Qué mala
verdad,
amiga.
yo me enteré como hace 10 años. This whole time I was like, what? I didn't know that.
Well, I know you guys recognize my girl, okay? You might know her from Bring It On, All or Nothing, The Secret Life of an American Teenager, and most recently on Freeform's Grownish, okay? Now we were talking, I'm going to ask you questions later, but we were just talking about how we woke up a little sad today. And I know the weather has a lot to do with it. You know, the sun really makes a big difference, right?
I'm looking outside right now and it's so windy and where I'm at, and I'm going, why? And it was so
And
nice
cold.
yesterday.
So nice.
And
so nice.
Yesterday, I even took a drive down PCH. I didn't get out of my car. I just drove just to get out of the house.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It was a great idea, but I was frustrated because I saw surfers coming back from the water. And I'm like, excuse me, we are all trying to follow the rules right now. Like, we are trying to get out of here. You're not helping. And there's so many no parking signs and people are just parked along the coast.
People
like,
just think it's a vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Which I guess at first, maybe I thought that, but I was still home. Ahora now I'm just, getting a little frustrated, and I think it's just starting to all like hit me. But, you were talking about the hospital, and, one of the things that's been motivating me is when I was in the hospital, I had to just stay an extra day longer than what I was supposed to.
I know, I heard you had some complications, right?
Yeah. And then afterwards, I had to isolate myself for 2 months because you didn't know. I didn't tell any of my friends. I told a handful of friends that what had happened. And so I had to isolate myself, and me pegó una depresión tan feo because I couldn't work. I was frustrated. I was tired. I was in pain.
And you're a dancer too. You need to move around because that's how you live.
Yeah. Oh, she said I couldn't. The doctor said no working out, no nothing for 2 months. She said I couldn't even pick up my dog. This is Roman, by the way.
Hi. Mine is over here.
Aww. I have
like,
him because the gardeners are at my neighbor's house, and he's been barking like crazy. And I'm like,
that's
yeah,
okay.
You're so brave. But I was frustrated and I couldn't move or anything, and I got really depressed. So this time around I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna be positive. Pero ya pasó un mes. I'm like, I think we're gonna extend this again. I really do, porque it doesn't seem like it's slowing down anytime soon.
I know, and I feel the same way. And you know what I love about you? You're like, Jackie, I want to go live with you. I was like, oh my God, you would do that for me? Like, sometimes I don't like to ask my friends because, it's not like a favor, but I love that you're ready to inspire others. Because again, that's what I love about this show, that I just bring people that I love to talk to, and that are really, really, really dope people. Like, you're fucking dope. Like, we met, and where did we meet?
I don't even remember. I was thinking about that.
Because we just met and became friends right away.
Yeah, I don't know if it was through Diane or Jorge.
No, I think it was an event.
Maybe it was an event. I don't even know.
It was an event, and I think I went up to you, but I can't remember what event it was. But then no, Jorge. Let's talk about Jorge. Okay. You know he's not even Latino.
What?
Yeah, look him up, honey. Don Francisco is not Latino. I don't know. I don't want to get into this. But look it up. I don't know if he's German, but he's definitely not Latino.
Well, I just recently found out about Shakira, that she just grew up in Colombia, but she's not Colombian.
Wait, what?
That's what
Wait, she's Lebanese and Colombian, no?
Lebanese and Colombian? Okay, see, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. So I was like, what?
Oh, I thought she was mixed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But, she uses both cultures. So maybe she grew up in Colombia and her parents are
Lebanese. I have to look it up. That's something I just heard, so I can't say it's fact, but I was confused. And then Lupita Nyong'o grew up in Mexico.
Oh, yeah, she's Mexican because she was born there.
I said, go ahead.
She can get that Mexican roll, honey.
Yes, she can. Yes, she can. Hey, I don't even feel that way anymore. That was just me being like, I want to work.
I have a question though. With this pandemic and your stay-at-home orders, what have you been doing? How have you been getting inspired, and what's next for you?
So I am a certified yoga sculpt instructor. Oh. And during hiatus of Grownish last year, a situation happened that I'll text you about because you're gonna understand my pain. Okay. A situation happened, and I had more time than I thought, and so I decided to sign up for teacher training, mainly because I needed a hobby outside of this business.
Yeah.
You know how generals work. Whenever I went into a general, I would be so embarrassed when people were like, "What do you like to do for fun?" And I'm like, "Work."
At work.
Because this job is 24 hours and you're always trying to find what the next thing is.
And also work is fun. So
it is fun, you know, but you
yeah.
know how generals are. They want more after
Yeah.
they want more. And I started feeling like I don't have a hobby that's not a part of this business. I need something else. And so I signed up for teacher training and I became a certified instructor, and that took about 10 weeks. And I was in the middle of filming when I did all that. So I don't know how I did it. So I started.
That's why your body's crazy in shape.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I've worked my ass off. Listen, after 30, like, it's true. Overnight, everything hurts. Everything hits differently. I was like, what's this dimple over here? What's happening? And after my kidney surgery, when I couldn't work out for 2 months, I was like, don't tell me I can't work out. I'm going to be better than I was before.
Yeah.
And I saw J-Lo at the Super Bowl, and I said, yeah, it's my inspiration.
Yes. J-Lo, like, literally, when some people, like, are complaining about, like, my outfits, maybe I'm showing too much, I'm like, did you see J-Lo at the Super Bowl? Thank you. You're welcome. And that's going to be my future. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy is you inspired me, because I was always like, I can't dress like that. Like, it shows too much. Like, it's just, you know, whatever. And then I saw you and I was like, why hide it? If I have it right now, when I'm 75, I want to look back and be like, look how I look.
Yeah, but that's the thing, that the world tries to make us feel like we're objectifying ourselves. But the thing is that they don't want you to feel comfortable. I don't know why. Because they don't feel comfortable, you know? So
Yeah.
I started to feel comfortable in my own skin after 30, like now.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's like, why not? Like, this is the best we're gonna look.
Exactly.
You know? Why not, you know, show the goods? And I make fun of myself. I was like, no one's selling my ass. You know, I'm selling my own ass, if anything, because it's on IG, and it's not really selling my ass. It's just me being comfortable in my own skin and making people, like you said yourself, is, you know, comfortable in their own skin. You're beautiful. Why not, you know, I'm not saying be naked, but if you want to be, fuck it. Like, we were born naked.
Yeah,
I don't know why people are so concerned about the nipple.
Oh, I don't either. I think nipples are beautiful. Like, I hate wearing a bra.
I mean, I have to, because mine are, like, already, like, down there. But, like, I've been wearing a bra to sleep my whole life. That's why they're kind of perky for being triple D's.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Grandma.
Yes, triple D's. Mine didn't start growing until, like, after 20. I hit puberty, like,
girl, I got my period at 17.
No way.
That's why I shot up. And then these puppies, everyone thought I had a boob job. And I was like, no, they're from my grandmother, because I left to America and then I came back to the DR and everybody was talking shit like, oh, Jackie se hizo la teta. And I'm like, no, I just grew up. Like, I left at 15, I came back at 18. That's what happens in those years.
Same here, yo también. Everyone from high school thinks I got so much surgery done, and I'm like, no, they just literally grew. But I recently posted a TikTok doing like a Beyonce dance, and I promise you, I had no idea that my boobs were moving as much as they were. I was so focused on my boobs, and then all these comments are like, I'm only looking at one thing, and I was like, you know what? At least now people know they're real. Stop asking if they're real. They're just perky because they're perky, and
because they're perfect size. But you know, my recent robot
yes.
I guess for fun, okay. But everybody's like, I want to have strength like that bra. Like, it literally, my boobs were literally, it was a knot. So it's like, you know, I don't care anymore. Before, I used to be so self-conscious that my boobs were like down, but I don't care anymore, because they're natural, and you know, they're gonna fall eventually.
Yep.
And that's what it is. But I just want to thank you, Francia. I want to dance with you, but I have Melanie on, and she needs to be on now because she has things to do. But I want to tell everybody, if you have time after Live with Jackie, if we could go on and you teach me the J-Lo challenge.
I have nothing else to do. To answer your question, by the way, I'm teaching Yoga Sculpt on Instagram Live. So I don't do it every day. I do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or sometimes I change my mind. And
see, I didn't even know, because I would totally take it.
And sometimes I do happy hour. So we drink whatever you want to drink and do some yoga.
Yo,
is it a great idea?
I'm so into that. And then go live.
Yeah, exactly.
Instagram.
Yeah, getting lit together, but like working out. So yeah, join me at 10:30 in the mornings. I usually do it, or sometimes I switch it up. I post it the night before. So do that. Oh,
please follow my girl. Follow her. She's right here on here. Francia Raisa. Raisa.
Raisa, yeah, the accent.
And that's a beautiful last name. It like, doesn't it mean like your roots? Like,
So it's actually my middle name.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad named all of us after countries. I'm Francia, my sister's Italia, and the other one's Irlanda, and all of us have our middle names, Raisa, Renata, and Ruby, and my last name is Almendares.
Okay, I need to meet your father. I want him to change my name.
He's very creative. He's very creative.
I love that. Well, un beso grande, because we have next Melanie Fiona. Do you know who she is? She's incredible. Have you ever heard of the song, It's 4 a.m. and my lover won't answer?
Okay.
Yo, that changed my life. So
Oh,
she's about to go on next. So if you want to check her out.
I'm going to stay on.
Yeah. I love you. And we'll talk soon. And I'll call you later so we can put on my workout stuff so we can do a dance.
Okay, perfect. I'll put on some lashes because I like to feel sexy.
Oh, you're going to put lashes on? All right. I'll put some go big or go home mascara. Bye, baby.
Love you.
Love you too. Oh my God, what a great Friday. Melanie, I see that you're there, and I'm sorry that I've been holding you up, but are you still there, babe? Can I call you? Because you're my final amazing guest that I want to show people everything. So if you're still on there, please come. I'm going to play the music, the song that I was just singing, so people can see your video. I have it up here. Melanie, are you still there? If she lost me, we might get her on next week, but I hope she's there. Let's skip this ad. Okay. Just want you guys to see. So request one more time, and then I'll, for some reason. Oh, I see you. It says unable to join, so try one more time. I wonder if I could get, we hope you're safe and healthy. I am, Gabrielle. I want, if this is Gabrielle or whoever from the SAG Awards, if you want to come on live with Jackie, DM me. I see Melanie is here, but for some reason, it won't let me call her. Let's see. See, let me get off and, okay, she's going to get off and on again. She's going to get off and on again. Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. Let's see. And if that doesn't work, I'll get off and on. I'll call you back then. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it's going to work. It's ringing. Oh, wait. No, it says it's not. Okay, hold on. It says waiting for Melanie. Waiting. Fudge. It says Melanie is unable to join. Is it my fault? Why does it do this all the time? Okay, it says waiting for Melanie. Maybe it'll work, God, please. Yes, God loves us. Yes, God loves us. Yo, every time I look at you, you look like family. Like, it's insane. Wasn't that the first day, like, when I met you, I said that?
Yes, you did.
I have to show you my cousin because it's out of control. I'm like, where are my notes? Where are my notes? Oh, my God. Here I go again. I'm so bad being
Girl, it's your show. You take your time. You do what you got to do.
Here you are, Melanie.
Here I am on cue cards.
Yo, I'm so excited to have you because number one, I've been such a big fan of yours, and I met you in Fashion Week.
Yes.
I went directly to you and I told you, like, you saved me. Like, we were at Lavo. I used to work at Lavo, and you know, it's house music. And when the club was over around 6 a.m., we would play your music.
Yes, play at 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. I'm here for it.
Yeah, we played it not at 4 a.m. because the club, you know, was still going on. We played it around 6 a.m. and I was going through a really tough relationship where the same thing was happening to me. And I would cry and like I would sing my little heart out. Not like you, but I would freaking sing. And I just want to know, I want people to know who you are. You're a Canadian singer-songwriter, Grammy Award winner. Yeah, and I was just saying again that your song saved me. And you also, we have some mutual friends, Andre Harris.
Yes, Dre, yeah. Big bro
Dre. You worked also with the Stereotypes, who I had on the show.
Yeah, oh,
and you were originally in a girl group before you became a solo artist, which worked out for you. So I want to know how that happened and how you transitioned.
Okay, so let's say Toronto is like a very interesting, that's where I'm from Toronto, big up the 666. The music scene in Toronto is so limited, I would say, at that time. At that time, it was really limited, and opportunity was being created, and it was like, what are we gonna do? You know, so I long story short, I met this production company, this studio, and they were putting together a girl group, and I actually never envisioned myself being in a girl group, but you know, I'm 17, 16 years old, and I'm like, yeah, I want to be in a girl group. I don't know. I figured it was a way to break into the music industry, and you know, that didn't exist really in Toronto. And so I went in. I actually became best friends with one of the girls that I met through that experience. We're still friends. Like every girl group, it just fell to shit and it fell apart. And it really wasn't even like, it was good. What's the word? Training and practice.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that was my first time ever being in a studio, you know, long nights, driving, you know, I was the big sis of the group. So, you know, when I had my license, when the other girls didn't, I was driving us to shows and like gigs and interviews and stuff. And it formed a bond, but it also taught me a lot about the music industry. And it was very short lived. Like we didn't even put out an album. We just like had a few songs that played on the radio locally in Toronto, and then the group fell apart, and then they replaced me and the girl that I became best friends with. We both left, and they replaced us with two other girls and still used our vocals and put out the album with our vocals on it. And it was, yeah.
But did you sue them? Could you?
No.
Why when we're young we get screwed over so bad?
You know why? Because we're young and we don't know any better. And you know what, girl, I can't even tell you. I'm like, even as a grown woman, I've been screwed over in the music industry. So it's like, you know,
I've been free for 1 year. If that tells you anything.
Girl, I'm still trying to be free. How about that? Okay? It's been 6 years.
Oh, wow. I totally understand.
Yeah.
And it's very frustrating.
So it is very frustrating because this is our art. This is our passion. This is what we love to do. And I just can't even imagine that people, even today, would still even try to be low frequency. Like I try to just really handle everything right now in my life by like viewing things as high frequency or low frequency. And I do that with people. I do that with opportunities. I do that with everything. So if it feels low frequency to me now, I'm like, nope. And I just feel like music is such an art form. It's such a beautiful, treasured art form, and it's so powerful. And so we're just in a space right now where we have no time for low frequency when it comes to our art and our music. And it's just, no, we can't be doing that. So, you know, so it's like, no. So, you know, where I'm at. So then after the girl group, I started working on my solo career. And then I started a collective with Drake and another dude named Voice, Aeon, and D10, who also still works with Drake in Toronto. And we were just all individual artists doing our own collective in the city. And so we would just perform and do that.
Oh shit, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it was called the Renaissance.
How did you guys get involved? Like, how did you meet
So my manager at the time knew Aubrey Drake. He knew his, like, who was representing him at the time. And we all kind of just met. And we became friends, and we would kick it. We would rehearse, and it was cool. It was really awesome to be young, talented in the city, you know, in the city we were all from, and just like being really down for one another. And then, you know, it's just, we were all individually working on solo careers. So it was never meant to be a permanent thing.
I just remember watching you, like your videos, and I just remember just feeling represented in a way. But what's your ethnicity?
So I'm born and raised in Toronto, but my family, my parents, my brother, everybody else in my family is from South America, from Guyana. So I'm Caribbean.
Oh shit! Yeah. I didn't know that. That's probably why I feel like there's something that I share with you. I don't know what it is, but that's it. You're Caribbean.
I'm Caribbean. Yeah, I'm a Caribbean girl, like hands down. Like born in Toronto, but as Caribbean as it could be. Like I live for my Caribbean roots. I love being West Indian. I'm so proud of it.
You should incorporate that in some of the music you make, or do.
Oh, I do. If you listen, if you go through the albums, there's always a reggae joint on there. My very first song.
Can you tell me so I can write it down?
So the very first song I ever put out was called "Somebody Come Get Me." It was on Reggae Gold. I did that with Super Dupes of Black Chinese, and that's really where I started, because all the music I was making originally was all a fusion of R and reggae. And so I wrote a song on Rihanna's second album called "Them Haters," and it was all about and it was all like patois, like keep them haters out your circle,
So you
smile in
also
your face, but all they want to do is bring you down. Yeah.
yo,
See
when
them
you
try
sing,
their best to hurt you. Yeah, it was everything was
don't
really
stop.
reggae inspired in the beginning. And I started with Dupes, and Dupes has done everything for everyone. If you don't know who Super Dupes is, everyone, please look him up. He's an amazing, amazing producer. Started out as a DJ,
That's
and him
dope.
and
I
I
know.
just used to make music in his house, in like the bedroom of his house, his studio house, and that's where it all started for me.
That's so dope.
And
Somebody
then,
wants to know, how did you meet Stevie Wonder?
oh my God, oh, I did a Shaka Khan tribute, and Stevie was in the audience, and I
Oh
was standing
wow.
backstage, and his handler came up to me and he was like, Mr. Stevie Wonder would like to meet you. And I was like, me? I was like, what? And so I don't even think
The
I did
hell?
that great, but he wanted to meet me.
Oh
And he,
girl,
yeah,
your vocals hit the heart. Like, it's not about like being perfect. It's about
no, it
how
really
you
isn't.
make, how when you sing, you feel something. And I feel something when you sing. And I
Thank
just recently
you.
saw you perform when I was with Carmen Perez at it wasn't the Justice League. Where were we? In DC. We weren't in DC. It was some kind of not protest, but it was, oh, the gathering for the Women's March, was it?
Was it?
You sang though. You sang with a few people.
I
It was
sang, I don't know.
Melanie. It was with you sang. I don't know who else sang, but
It was with Alice Smith.
yes.
It was it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Where
That's right.
were
Yes,
we?
Philly, DC, no, Detroit.
Detroit. And
It was
you had
Detroit.
everyone just, I don't know, just it's just such an energy when you sing. It's just you bring a light and everybody feels your words. And I'm just so thankful that you use your voice for the good. And Carmen Perez is my mentor. So I was like, I know
Mm.
Melanie. I know
Oh my
Melanie.
gosh, thank
Yeah.
you. You
Yeah.
know, I
So
think that that's kind of the thing that I've kind of pivoted towards too, is that in going through the struggles that I've experienced in the music industry and feeling restricted or feeling not free, it's forced me to find my voice in other ways. And so that's been a beautiful thing to lean on for like my wellness and to help other people be well, because I don't think enough people really talk about that. Like when you're an artist and you wear your heart on your sleeve, I literally have a tattoo of a heart on my sleeve.
me
Like,
too.
yay! My you know, like my logo is the purple heart, because I just feel like it's so much of you that you put into it, and you want to have fun, and you want to be successful, and you want to do well, and it doesn't always go well. And how do you recover from that, and how do you sustain, and how do you maintain your wellness? And so I've had to learn that for myself, and it's been a really great tool for me, but it's also opened me up to other opportunities as far as what I can do with this voice, as only known for being singing at one point, and now being able to speak on panels and lead group meditations and
That's so cool.
speak to people. So now when I get on stage and I sing, it's like from such a place of wellness and empathy and connection for people, because I know that that's what music did for me. Like it just connected me to people, and I knew that it was with a greater purpose, and everything that I had to do was about allowing people to cry at 6 a.m. and be like, yeah, girl, that's my story too.
That's me. That's me. And that shit saved me, yo. And since we're talking about your voice, I also read that you almost lost your voice. And I read that you used what was it?
I used energy healing.
Yeah. Can you tell
Yeah.
us about that? Because
Yeah. Hold on. I'm
I'm
going to close
interested
this
in
because I
that.
feel like it's a little bright. Hold on. Let me see if this is a little better. Is that better? I feel like it was like
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
washed
Yeah.
out. Okay, hold on.
Oh my gosh, Paula Deanda is here.
Oh,
Hey girl.
wow.
Hey girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Big fan. I don't know her, but she's awesome.
I don't know her either, but I do know she is
That's dope.
awesome. So yeah, so actually when I was going through a really tough transition, when I was leaving my major label, I was signed to Universal Records, and I left. And I was going through such a huge transition in my life at that time. So I just got out of a devastatingly end of a relationship that I didn't like. It didn't have to end as ugly as it did, but it did. And I was heartbroken. and I had moved from the West Coast back to the East Coast. And so many things had happened. Like I said, I was transitioning musically, and all of a sudden I started noticing that my throat and my voice were getting really tired when I would sing. And I sing ballads, I sing Whitney Houston, I sing, like, I'm always pushing. So when I didn't have the full capacity of my voice, I really got concerned. And so I started seeing all of these doctors and all of these specialists. And the specialists, all of them were like, there's nothing wrong with your vocal cords. And I was like, there has to be something wrong with my vocal cords. Something must be wrong with my vocal cords. And they were like, absolutely not. Your vocal cords are completely healthy. And it was one doctor that sat me down in his office. He's like, can I talk to you for a second? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, what kind of a year have you had? And I was like, this is getting personal. And I was like, I've had a pretty fucked up year. I'm not going to lie. I've gone through a lot of change and transitions, and it's been a lot. I'm still recovering from a heartbreak, and, you know, I don't really know what to do with that. And he was just like, I once was treating a man who had a cough for 6 years that nobody could diagnose. And he's like, and in one conversation, when I got to know him a little bit better, he's like, he shared with me that he had lost his wife and his daughter in a car accident. Oh my God. And so that cough was like the choked up, like, you know, when you're about to cry and you're like, everything gets tight here and you can't get the words out. We carry that spiritually. We carry trauma. We carry the unspoken words we never got to say. We carry those hurt feelings, and they store in your body. And sometimes they show up as muscle tension. Sometimes they show up as illness. Sometimes they show up as headaches. Sometimes they show as unhealthy, you know, like you can't eat, whatever. And mine went straight for my vocal cords. And so I had a real like come to God moment where I was like, Melanie, the one thing that you don't have is faith. You don't have a foundation for something that you come back to that's bigger than you when it comes to your relationship with God and the universe and the power within you. And so that really started my spiritual journey. And so my doctor that I was seeing in New York, he was like, look, he was like, I know I've sent you to all these Western doctors, but can I send you to my Eastern doctors? Because that's really what I believe in. And I was like, okay. And so he sent me for acupuncture, and he sent me for energy healing. So acupuncture to literally relieve tension in my neck. It really does. Yeah. It really does. And then Reiki, which is energy healing. It's a spiritual shaman that I went to see. Girl, she's in New York. I can send, she's amazing. She's amazing. And I mean, I went into the room and I was a little skeptical because I had known about Reiki and I had been familiar with it from before, but I went in and I was just going to be like, I got nothing to lose. I just have to try. And so I sat on that table and she literally just started working the energy through my chakras. And when she got here, I literally started coughing and crying. And she was just telling me all the things that she was downloading spiritually that she could feel and see from my energy. Wow. And I went for 3 sessions with her, 3 sessions for acupuncture. And then I went on tour with Mary J. Blige and D'Angelo for 6 weeks, and I never had a problem with that.
Woo! Again, chills. What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
I didn't even know about that. But you know what? I got to be honest with you. Really, we do hold a lot of tension through stress. And stress for me, like after a breakup, like I lost so much weight, unhealthy, you know, and like I'm not hungry. And there's always something that, oh, you know what? I was getting rashes. I was getting hives everywhere, and it's stress.
Let me tell you something about 2017 when everything started going crazy. At that time, you know, I had made this whole album and I started to feel that the new label that I had signed with, it wasn't really good. I just started to get really stressed, and everything kind of started breaking down internally for me, like with personal relationships and professional relationships. And I started to be stressed out, and I broke out in a skin condition that 3 dermatologists couldn't figure out. And it turned out to be like an autoimmune thing. And as soon as they named it, it went away. It was like, and your mind body
is so powerful.
So powerful. And at that time, even though, again, like back my first spiritual journey with like my throat and like what I call my awakening was like 2012, 2013. And this happened in 2017 with the rashes. And girl, it's just, we're human. And even though I feel like I had the skill sets and I knew what to look for, I was still going through something very traumatic. And so no matter how many times you get your heart broken, it's still sucks. You know what I mean? Like there's no preparation for it. So you know,
none.
anything.
And then you get mad at yourself because you're like, fuck, I did this already. Like, why am I in the same position? Why? And then you're mad at
Because
yourself.
you're human, because you're human. And, you know, getting the rug pulled out from under you, heartbreak is a thing. And we experience it in many different ways. Like, I've had my heart broken from having to walk away from friends that I've loved for years and just had to realize that they weren't really friends, you know?
Breaking
And
those
that,
cycles, baby.
yeah, you got to break them, and you have to take care of yourself. Like, this is like my mission now. Like, everything that I do, whether it's the music I create, to the books I will write, to the stages I will speak on, to the people I can talk to on live, like, I just have this message of wellness to share with everybody, because you have to be well. And especially right now,
people are talking about that. We should talk about, you know, a lot of depression, and people are, you know, getting suicidal because they don't have work. They don't know how they're going to pay their rent. Like since you know about spirituality, what can we do to like take our mind off of that and just focus and feel good within ourselves? What advice can you give?
I think the two things: first, listen to music, because
Music therapy.
Music is healing. I've been playing so much music around the house.
What do you recommend right now?
Honestly, I just listen to all Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. Yeah, he's amazing.
Stevie Wonder is amazing for the soul. I mean, even down to like when he's talking about "I just called to say I love you," like all the things that he's saying in the song, it's like we can't do any of those things.
Too,
just simple, you know. So Stevie, Bob Marley is always great. Lauryn Hill is always great. These are all my favorites. But as far as like wellness practices, you know, meditation is one level if you're open to it. And meditation, some people can feel very overwhelmed by meditation. I am by no means a master of meditation. My mind still wanders. I still have to come back. Meditation is taking 30 seconds to be still and just breathe. That's it. That's meditation too.
It could change your world.
Just 3 deep breaths will go so far. And so, you know, one thing that I've learned big time is about being present for wellness, is that present, like if you are just focused on the present, then you're not worried about tomorrow and the moment after that and the moment after that. So if you take anything within 10 seconds at a time, you can get through anything for 10 seconds. You can.
Literally.
Right? So I always find that like telling people, helping people to be like, listen, just 10 seconds at a time. If that's what it takes, you got to do 10 seconds 4,000 times a day.
It's kind of hard not to think though. Like how can you stop that? Like, I have a bad neighborhood. I learned that from my girl Charo Toledo. She's like, I have a bad neighborhood when I wake up. I need to go run. Sometimes running helps, you know, release the stress a little bit.
Exercise is good. Writing is so good. Like I did a post on this on my page the other day about writing, because I have felt blocked for the last little while, even as far as like songwriting and creative and just even getting stuff done, because we're all so stagnant right now. Like we're just saying Groundhog's Day every day. And so I find that like writing, even if it's just one thought, like, and even if it's a thought to yourself, like today I sent that email that I didn't send for the last 10 days, like go me, like whatever you got to write. Today, I felt so fucked up. I didn't want to get out of bed. If it's one thing that you just have to get off your chest,
writing is a good idea.
Helps get those thoughts out of your brain, because man, they'll just go on.
Literally, you could kill yourself by thinking. That's how strong your mind is.
And then write songs. Songs.
I mean, literally, I've been, you know, writing through my pain, and it's sometimes hard to get inspired when you're happy in a way, but not really, because you write different kinds of music. But I think the most beautiful music is the music when you're in pain. I mean, 4 a.m. you must have been like,
girl,
dead.
let me tell you something. All those things, it's so funny, because I remember Pink saying this once too. It's like, I'm not a sad person, but I love to draw on my pain. Like
me too,
love to draw on my pain. And so, you know, when I first came out, It Kills Me was the record that kind of like put me on the map, and everyone was like, oh my God, like what is this girl saying? Like this heartbroken song. And I mean, and it kills me. I just broke up with this dude from Toronto that I thought, oh my God, I thought I was going to be with him. Whatever. That would have never worked out. But you know,
trust me, like, you have a beautiful son. You're meant to be where you are today.
Exactly, girl. Exactly. So, you know, so I remember doing It Kills Me. And then I did 4 a.m. with Rico Love. Rico Love actually wrote 4 a.m. and he called me and he was like, yo, we got this record for you. And I was like, yo, what are you singing my life? Because that same dude that I thought that I was going to be with was in the club every single night getting drunk. And I was like, bro, like, why are you, what is going on?
The world, it was connected you. That was you. You were meant to sing that song.
Totally. And so, you know, shout out to Rico Love being one of the greatest songwriters, written for Beyonce, everybody you can ever think of.
I mean, of course. I mean,
he's incredible.
Awesome. I didn't know that he wrote that song.
Yeah, he wrote 4 a.m. and I just had to sing the shit out of it. And I do, and I love it. And because I was in it. I was like, this is my life. This is my song. And then,
and were you signed at that time when you
had that was off my second album, The MF Life, which was on Universal. And then also I did Wrong Side of a Love Song on that album, which I did with Jack Splash. That one I wrote while I was in my last serious relationship. And it's crazy because I almost knew, like I could feel the end coming. And I remember I was in a session. Yeah, and like, but it hadn't been over yet. Like we were still together when I wrote the record, which is crazy. And then it became like my anthem after we broke up. I went in the booth and Jack was like, I've got this track, I think you might like it. And he put it on and I went in and I freestyled 80% of what you hear on that record on Wrong Side of a Love Song. Yes.
Dope.
And then I just went back and filled in the blanks. And then that song earned a Grammy nomination. And that song earned a Grammy nomination.
So which one's the one that won the Grammy?
Fool for You, the one I did with CeeLo.
Fool for You, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was what I did with CeeLo. So,
yo, everybody keeps telling me they want you to sing. I don't want to put you out there like that, but you can inspire so many people. There's like some really dope people watching right now who I've heard sing, and they're big fans of yours. So before you leave, if you could sing a little, whatever you want.
I got you.
Grace
I got you.
With your time.
I wrote a song for my last project that never came out, to be continued. But the song I think is so important and so relevant right now, and it's called Love Needs Love. And I wrote it with an amazing songwriter named Lil Eddie Serrano. He's, do you know Lil Eddie? Do you know Eddie?
Wait, Eddie who?
Eddie Serrano.
I don't know Eddie Serrano.
Oh my God, you need to know Eddie. Eddie is
you got intro.
I will introduce. Eddie is one of the best people. He's a Cancer like me. We live in our feelings. And he is an incredible songwriter. He's one of my favorite songwriters to collaborate with. Like I love him. So we love working with people. I love it because I have so much to say, but sometimes like it's really amazing. Like different people get something out of you. You know, and it's really cool when you put it together. You know what I love? I love working with people that are on the same frequency.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the music comes out so effortlessly when people speak your same language and you don't have to convince them. Like I've been in sessions with people and they've been like,
you're fighting them.
Yeah, they say something and I was like, I would never say that. And they were just like, yeah, but like maybe you should. And I was like, no, I would never say that. You know, and
trust me, I know. My album, Hija de Chavez, they were like, Chavez? I don't think that's a good idea. Like, it's in Spanish. No one could say that. I'm like, but that's who I am.
Girl.
I still did it.
Girl, of course you have to do it because at a certain point, you know, I feel like there's a learning curve and you go and you play the game a little bit, but then you get to a point in your life, especially as a woman, where you've been through enough shit and you know yourself enough to be like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not doing that anymore. I might have done it in the past.
Exactly.
But I'm not doing it
because
anymore.
We're strong now, because before they made us do that. Because they made us believe that if we didn't listen, we wouldn't be where we want to be.
Yeah,
and that's not true. Literally, it's the opposite. When you're yourself, that's where you're going to be where you need to be.
Well, this is why music is we're in such a beautiful time for music, because the artists are free. The artists are free to be who they want to be, and it doesn't matter if it's 100 people or 1 million people listening to you. You can create your fan base, and you can touch those people how you want to, and it's such a beautiful time. So long live Chavez. Do it, girl.
Thank you. Well, that's the whole point of this show. Like, I have these supporters throughout like 7 years, and I'm like, let's support each other. Let's support this community and see who's out there and inspire one another. Whether we're talking about depression, about music, about love, about heartbreak, about hairy armpits. I don't care. Just, real talk, But anyways, what you gonna sing?
Yes. So I want to sing a little bit of the song Love Needs Love, because I just think the words are so powerful. And it's really one of my favorite songs that I've written in the last few years. And it's so perfect for right now. So it's about the concept of love being the answer to everything. But right now, even love needs love. Like, we have to pour so much more love into each other, so much more love into the world for healing. And so this is Love Needs Love. Yeah. I remember a time when the people used to dream, walking in the words Dr. Martin Luther King. Though it's hard to keep up when your feet get so tired, I'll be the first to admit that I wanted to quit, shutting out the world, not let anybody in. But a lot for alone in a way to survive. Hey, every man is out for themselves, trying to make it back. Too afraid to ask for some help. Little too much pride. Student need a teacher. Church needs a preacher. Would you be there for me if I need you? Listen, say, ooh, everyone today is so stressed out. Wah, 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 ooh. Always in a rush, need to slow down. Wah, 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 ooh. When did we become so out of touch? When's it gonna change? Enough's enough. The whole entire world needs a hug, and love needs some love. Hey, 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 yeah. Love needs some love. Hey, 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 yeah. Love needs love.
Cry with Jackie.
Crying.
I'm crying for a lot of things.
Yes, release, sis. Release. Release.
Fuck.
When we cry, we need to release. Release.
I have Melanie Fiona live right now.
I love this. Thank you so much for having me on here. Like, I think this is so beautiful. You are so authentic. You are so genuine. And from the moment I met you, like, I just remember meeting you when you came up to me and you were like, I love you. And I just remember being like, did the girl from Orange is the New Black just come and like really like pour love on you right now? Like, she was a fan, like a real sis. And we've kept in touch over all these years.
All these years.
That was like back in
like
2012.
Season 1.
Yes, that was back in 2012.
Yeah.
2013. And you have kept in touch, and I've watched you grow, and I'm so happy for you. And I've seen you expand as an artist, and you've worked with some of my favorite people. And I just think that it's so beautiful that you're just living in your truth authentically, and you're doing this. I'm so for this movement.
Thank you. No, just like your song was so beautiful, and like I want to hear that. When is that coming out?
Well, that's what we're working on right now.
Well, it's gonna happen.
Just put all the energy towards freedom for me, and I will receive that, so that the world can. So that the world can have what we create. Yeah.
It's time, because that your words hit me, your voice hit me.
Oh. Yes.
I can say fuck. It's my show.
And of course you can.
And just you, like your voice is as powerful as Whitney, man.
Oh God, thank you.
She's my idol.
Yes, Whitney. Whitney is the one, girl.
So it's like when I heard you, it was just like, wow.
Thank you so much.
Fuck! This is the first time I cried this hard on this show.
Oh my God, let me tell you something. I have been known to make people cry, and like I do podcasts. I did a podcast with my girl Kadeen and Cody from Black Love, and we were on the podcast, and it was supposed to be about, like, they wanted the theme to be like she's getting ready to renew her vows, so they wanted the theme to be like girls talking shit, and girl, in the middle of it, she started crying, and I was like, no, and then the other girl was like, Melanie does this every time.
You do. It's your voice.
She's like, if we're having coffee, she makes me cry.
Your voice is meant to be heard around the world. So thank you for sharing it in my little community, because
your powerful community. Your powerful community. Your powerful community.
And I hope that
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And one day, I always say this, but really, once you free, like, can we get into my studio right here?
Girl, let's do it. Let's do it. We can make songs all day long. Let's make them.
I say, why not? We could just make them, and then in the future, just release it when we
Yes.
can.
Yes. And
All
also
right.
when we can go outside again.
I know, and hug each other, because I would love a
know.
hug right now.
Girl, I hugged a tree yesterday. Real talk.
You tree hugger.
I
I'm
hugged a tree yesterday, girl. I was walking down the street and I just started admiring all the trees, and I went up to the tree and I hugged the tree. And honestly, I know that sounds crazy, but if you have never hugged a tree, do it, because trees have so much wisdom and energy and history. If you're tapped
I
in, you
hug
can.
trees all day.
Yes, girl.
There was
I
a
love
200-year-old tree.
Yes.
I'm like,
You're never gonna get to hug anyone
what
that
have you
old. So
seen?
you're exactly.
I love
What-
Avatar. I just watched it last
Yes,
night.
yes. Girl, hug a tree. Anybody who needs a hug.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hug a tree. Hug a
I'm
tree.
gonna go outside right now after
Yes.
this show.
And I'm sending you a virtual hug.
Mm.
And I hope you are well and staying safe and keep your vibrations high.
Thank you.
And
I
thank you
want
for
you to
having
come
me.
back sometime, because I also want to talk about you being a mom and still being in the industry.
Yes.
And that's really important, because, you know, it's that time for me.
I've got
and I want to
stories,
know, like, what
and
do you
I've got advice, and I've got so much to share. And like, I don't know if you ever went to my YouTube channel, but go to my YouTube channel, because when I first had my son, I did a bunch of videos about, I shared my birth story, and that one really put me in the motherhood wellness space heavy, because I just told the truth, girl. When I tell you, you want to talk about crying? I was bawling on camera, and I just put it out. It was a 20-minute video, and I cried.
I'm gonna watch that now that I'm in the dome.
And I just shared my feelings of like being a new mother and like expectation versus reality, and it was the most authentic thing I've ever created. And then, you know, it's something that I'm really passionate about, so I am here for all the support, whatever you want to talk about, music, wellness, motherhood. Let's talk about it. I'm here for you, sis.
Oh my God, I'm just so appreciative. Thank you, Melanie. And I gotta say that you've had long hair since I've known you.
I know.
And you chopped it all off. Can I ask you one question? Why?
Yes.
And why now?
Girl, in the spirit of freedom. I don't identify with that girl anymore. I did not, I just didn't. And I found that more people revered my hair than they saw me for who I was. And I just didn't identify. I didn't feel it. I've had long hair my whole life.
Me too,
it was attached to many parts of myself in my journey that I no longer am attached to, and that I subscribe to anymore. And I wanted a fresh start. I wanted to feel lighter, and I wanted to energetically shed some of the things that I've been carrying. And so, I chopped it. I chopped off 14 inches, and
that's amazing.
And I'm going to donate it. And I'm only donating it to somebody who needs to make hair. I'm not donating it to anyone who can purchase it. I want it to be completely on pay it forward. I only
That's
want
awesome. And your hair was gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But for me, I also had long hair growing up, and it was always a big part of me. And I lost all my hair when I was 16, and then I felt like I lost myself. And then for me to after my accident, really hard to try to grow my hair to be the old me. And then I got Flaca, right? And then everybody just saw me as Flaca with the long hair. And then I started cutting it. And I had to wear a wig on set. And let me tell you, I literally had like I had no hair. And it felt so free. And it's not who we are. We're not our hair. We are not who you think you are because of our hair. And I still don't have hair. See, I got a little ponytail.
Girl, but this haircut to me is you.
Thank you.
It fits your face. It's so identifiable. Like, I feel like it's you. Like, I know you used to have long hair, but it just
Thank you.
I see you.
Thank you. And I felt like I would always hide behind my hair. You know what I mean? Because my hair was big and curly, and I would, and everybody would just love it, and they didn't get to know me. And my mom would always say, "Jackie, your hair is gonna make you famous," and I'm like, "What?" And then I lost it all.
Let me tell you something. I had hair down to my ass. L'Oreal ain't never cut me a check. Pantene ain't never cut me a check. They didn't pay none of my bills. Okay.
Exactly. Me neither.
Exactly. So I was like, you know what? This hair really ain't making me famous. It's bye.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to go shorter.
You can. You have a beautiful face for that. I can see.
And I want to color it too.
Like,
I want to color it.
This cut right here.
The angular.
That's hot. And you're gonna color it. What color?
I want to color. I don't know yet, but I'm always dark, and I feel like I feel like I'll probably color it at some point when I can get back outside and get somebody to touch it. I feel like I'll go a little lighter.
Girl,
Try some
my
things.
bangs have never been this long. Okay. And then I have grays that no one even knows about.
Girl,
Look
the
at that.
grays are here in the hairline. They are coming out to
Honey, I
play.
put mascara right here.
Yeah, you have to. You got to put mascara. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. If my hair would go all gray, because I only get gray hair in my baby hair right now.
I said, let's go blonde.
Girl, if my hair would go gray here, I would just let it go gray.
But I would go blonde because I always wanted to be blonde. But
You
like
should. You would look sick blonde. Like, by the way, you should do. I did blonde back in 2012. I was blonde for a minute.
Oh shit. Really?
I'll send you a picture.
Well, I'm
yeah.
like, since I'm starting white, because it's hereditary. You know, my mom was white hair since she was 16.
Yeah.
So I started a little bit later, but it's happening now, and it's really growing out white. And now this whole like quarantine, I'm like, I'm gonna have a new look by the time I get out of here.
Listen, there's gonna be so much change that comes from this. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So, girl, do what you want to do. Yeah, hell yeah, do it.
Well, much love to you, Melanie. And I know that there's
Likewise.
some people that want to come on here and sing, that you have so many big fans. I think I'm going to have maybe one person come on. If you can stay on.
I am going to stay.
Give a thumbs up and
I would
inspire.
love to. I would love to.
Okay.
Thank you, Jackie.
And we'll talk soon, okay?
Yes, absolutely. Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, what an amazing interview. I hope, Trey, you got that on camera. I recorded that for me. Appreciate it. All right, so I say we call someone, right? Just one person, because we actually went over because it was just too good to be true. Today was just too good to be true. Let's see. But I know who I want to call. Aziza, are you still there? Aziza, are you still there? Okay. Someone performed a song for us. Let's call her right now. I'm looking forward to it. Hi. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Wait a minute. So how do you know my grandmother?
What do you mean?
You said you know my grandmother?
No, I mean, we went live Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And you couldn't sing because of your grandmother. I'm like,
yeah.
How does she know my grandmother? Oh, that's right. So you ready now?
Yeah. But first I wanted to say something.
Yes.
Because I'm from Belgium and I speak Dutch. So my English is so bad.
Would you please sing in your own language? I would love to hear it.
Yeah, I will.
If you want.
Yeah, I will try. Wait,
or you could sing whatever you prepared. Whatever you prepared is fine.
Okay, wait. First, I prepared a song. I don't know if you will know it, but Despacito.
Of course, I know Despacito.
Yeah. And I think it's Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah, and I wanted to try it.
All right, go ahead. This is your stage.
But try it.
It's fine.
Okay. So okay.
Don't be nervous. It's all good.
Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído. Para que me acuerdes si no estás conmigo. Despacito, quiere desnudarte a veces despacito. Firma las paredes del laberinto y hacer de tu cuerpo todo manuscrito.
Ooh, you don't speak Spanish? You have a perfect accent.
Yeah?
That was amazing.
Thank you.
You want to sing something in your own language?
Yes.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm going to sing Smoor verliefd.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that's that you're really in love with somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
how old are you?
I'm 14.
You know about real love?
Maybe a little bit.
All right, let me hear it.
Wait. Want hij was mooi verliefd op haar en had nog nooit zoiets gedaan. Want hij zou terug zijn met een uurtje. Moeders fiets mee uit het schuurtje. Want hij was moe verliefd op haar. Yeah, it was a little piece of the song.
Oh, that's so sweet. Now, what was it saying?
That he was so in love with the girl and he wanted to be always with her. And yeah, and then he got an accident with his bike because he was texting to her with his phone on the bike. So a car.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Look, you know who Melanie Fiona is? She was just on right now. She just gave you hearts and clapped.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you did a really good job. You have a very sweet voice.
Thank you.
And very brave. It's not easy to come here and sing, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, I was so nervous because I'm such a huge fan of you.
Aww,
I love you so much.
Aww, what's your name?
Ine.
Ethan?
Yeah.
That's a really cool name.
Thank you.
Aw, and do you want to sing when you get older?
Yes, maybe.
What's your goal? Like, what do you want to do?
I want to be famous.
You want to be famous?
Yeah.
That just comes along with it. But, like, that's not really important. What's really important is what you want to do. Like, sing, act, express yourself, inspire people. Fame is just comes with the job. You know what I mean?
On the first place, I want to help people like a doctor. But I want to be an actress.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You should try it out. You should start taking classes now. Work on everything you want to do right now because it's the perfect time for you. And especially during quarantine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But thank you so much, and thank you for supporting me and watching Live with Jackie. And you can come sing here whenever you want. So prepare another song in Spanish or in Dutch, and I'll call you back, okay?
Okay. Wait, can I take a photo?
Of course.
Okay.
Let me find this good light right here.
Thank you.
Of course. I don't know if that was
so
good light.
much.
I love you too. I love that you support me and I want to support you. So I'm just so excited that you came on and weren't shy and sang from the heart. So a big kiss from LA to where are you now?
Belgium.
Belgium. That's so dope. Well, take care of you, okay? Take care of your grandma.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Inez, so sweet. Oh my God, everybody is so cute. I know I had some people. Paula Deanna, are you on there? I want to have you as a special guest, so I'm gonna follow you after this. Does anybody else want to sing? Because the show is pretty much over. Because I had a really long show today, but it was good. It was very informative. And for whoever didn't get to sing today, maybe you can come sing for us, you know, Monday, because we still have another show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you to all my guests, to Melanie, to Francia, to Chelsea, to Natalia, for being such an inspiration. It was literally y'all inspired me for the rest of the year, really. But I feel really cool that you guys came in and were authentic and showed your heart, and everybody was so beautiful. I just, after this, I'm gonna change, and if you want to join me later, maybe in 30 minutes, I'm gonna call Francia and she's gonna teach me the TikTok of the J-Lo challenge. So if you guys want to learn that, come back and learn it with me. And number two, because I don't know it at all, and number two, whoever didn't get to sing today, I'm so sorry, but please come back Monday at 11:11 a.m. Pacific time. And that was your show for today, guys. And thank you for going live with me. quiero estar en vivo contigo. Thank you for watching. Yo quiero estar en vivo contigo. Yo quiero estar. Yo quiero estar en vivo contigo. Yo quiero estar. 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 Bye, Melanie. Thank you so much. Love you.